Welcome back everyone, it's your Code King Zaf here. Let's jump into a brand new Battlefield time guide for ESIL. Because we do have two builds to cover, well I guess two weapon choices, just because the Plum sword here isn't actually the best choice, but it is pretty similar, don't worry. We are going to use the Stormbringer as well, so you will see two guides for this, but there's really not much of a variation when it comes to the actual battle. I'll show you, but I do want to mention something very important. When it comes to the Battlefield time, as you can see listed here, these are from the latest patch notes. It got a major adjustment where we can, I guess, crit more often now, but our damage is going to seem like it's a bit less if we don't crit, just because when it comes to the monster's health in Battlefield time, it has been slightly increased. So if you are someone who got a lot of crits, your damage might seem a bit less than it was before. So running Igris, although was a good choice before, it might not be the best choice anymore, since we are kind of guaranteed crits to land. You can see right here, if a crit hit does not land, the chance for the next attack to critically hit will significantly increase, so keep that in mind. We are getting more crits coming in, but one more thing I do want you to keep in mind before we jump in is to support us if you haven't yet. That way I can send you a bunch of free codes, yes free, supporting has no cost to it. You press this button, you scroll down right here, you press that, press yes, and you're done. You're now supporting, then you just wait, then you go to your My Page section up top here. A few hours after supporting, you will get all the available codes sent right here. You scroll down, my name comes up right here, you keep going down, receive benefits is where the codes will go. We have 2 right now with 5 more coming out, so just be patient, you will get them, and you'll enjoy all those benefits of course. And speaking of benefits, a big shout out to Dustwing, we also have JK, and we have Mush, our first commenters on our recent video, so your shoutouts and enjoy those juicy exclusive Discord roles of course. Now, with all that said, let's jump in to cover the build guide for this round. When it comes to our weapon hunter choices, I do want to remind you to never copy the boss's passives. You do not want to use any light hunters or light weapons, or water weapons and water hunters, just because if you do, you will get a nerf to your damage overall, so keep that in mind. So when it comes to our weapons, very simple. We use the Plum sword or the Stormbringer, and pair it with the Demon King's daggers. I am going to show you both the rounds just because it'll make for a better guide, so you can see which weapons are the best, but in general, you can pretty much get the same time for both weapons, but the Stormbringer is just a little bit better because we can nuke ESIL a bit faster, if you're lucky with the crits of course, so keep that in mind. Both weapons do work and it's around the same time. I'll show you in a bit. When it comes to our hunter choices though, we're using Godo just because he's such a good hunter. His support skill is insane, giving us a 100% increase to the target's damage taken when they're in the break state of course, which is insane, and also the break state increased by 3 seconds, which is so good, and the medium break being implied is great too. We're using Kim as well, just because of this right here. His support skill has heavy break on him, ensuring we break the target very fast, and ESIL, she has so many support abilities, giving us all these bonuses right here. When you do have her advanced sub, she gives you all these bonuses here, so you want to make sure you have her on a team to ensure you get the maximum damage possible of course. When it comes to our shadows though, it's pretty much a choice depending on what you want. Do you want easy crits or do you want the maximum damage coming in? If you want easy crits, run Igris, but if you want the most damage, run Biru. That's pretty much the best choice due to the bonus we get here. Bonus crit damage and attack, which is vital for this round, and also the punishment bonus. When it comes to his passives right over here, we get a 5% damage taken to the target bonus. When Biru does land a hit, so it's perfect, we get that bonus coming in. We have Survey as well, same thing, giving us this bonus right here when it comes to combustion, a 5% increase to target damage taken. And for our third shadow, I recommend running Bestie just because of this passive right here, giving us a defense penetration increase, which does help our damage just a little bit, but I do like her freeze as well. Interrupting target for 2 seconds does help out, ensuring that the enemy does not jump into that very annoying invincibility phase, so keep that in mind. Bestie does help out, but if you do not have Bestie, I recommend running Igris. We do get more damage coming in, or you can use someone like Iron, that works too. We can also use Kai'Sa for more damage coming in on the shadow front, so it's up to you, but I run Bestie just because I feel like she does a bit more for me. When it comes to our artifacts, so very important, on jinwoo I do recommend running crit, so the toughness set, it is the way to go for more damage coming in the form of crit damage and crit rate. very beautiful of course. And I use the Obsidian set, very simple, the best set in the game for the battlefield time. A 60% damage dealt increase when you have over 40% of your mana, so it's perfect to use. When it comes to our supports though, you do have some options. I do want to cover Godo just because I'm using the brand new set. This one's honestly very good because of the force set effect, giving us a 10% attack increase when we use our sports skill, so keep that in mind. If you do not have the latest set, you can swap it out for this set right here, the Sylph's Blessing. It works out just fine, this one here, so keep that in mind. If you don't have Chaotic Wish, you can run Sylph's Blessing, is perfect. When it comes to the armor piece though, I am using the Guardian set just because I'm getting attack coming in from right here, the Chaotic Wish. You can use the Noble Sacrifice set too, it's up to you. I feel like when it comes to the damage increase I get, that set works out just a bit better, but again, you have two sets here. You can either use the Noble Sacrifice set or the Guardian set, it's up to you. But if you find for some reason that you can't break the target instantly, I do recommend the Soul Analysis set, that way you get more break coming in, so keep that in mind of course. When it comes to Kim however, we do run that set on him of course, giving us more break to his already existing heavy break, ensuring we get so much break on the target, boom. As those break part goes down, we have the Sylph's Blessing set 2, giving us bonus damage and bonus break. This does boost our break, so keep that in mind. We also have the Blasting set on Isla, giving us a lot of bonus damage in the form of raw damage, 20%, which is very juicy. So those are the artifact sets. If you find you're lacking damage, you can run the Warmonger set. For me, it was fine. The toughness set worked out perfectly, but if you want more damage, I do recommend this set right here, giving you, I think it's around a 24% attack bonus, which is very nice, so you can use that set to play around with it. If you're having a bad time with the toughness set, you can run the Warmonger set, it's totally up to you. But when it comes to our Blasting Stones and skills, very simple. We're making sure we use the Thunderstorm skill. This one is so strong because of the break damage, insane amounts, so use that. You have to use it for this run. And when it comes to Overshadow, we do use it because we do not need more break coming in, and Overshadow, due to the bonus HP the monsters have, does ensure that we can clear the second phase way easier if you're having a tough time of course. But if you're having issues breaking the target, I do recommend running Squall just because we do get medium break and a bonus break effectiveness, but I'm pretty sure a lot of you won't need this. It doesn't provide us any real value, so keep that in mind though. I do recommend Overshadow. The second phase is hard to one hit using our Demon King Daggers, so this does help out a ton, trust me. It basically came in clutch. And for our skills, very simple. We use Vacuum Wave to ensure we get Almighty Break coming in, breaking us right away, and we get a bonus to the target's damage taken. I think it's around the 15% mark for the legendary rank and 17% for the transcendent mark, so a very nice bonus of course. And for our last skill, we use Liberation to ensure we get the mob phase in. It clears the mob so fast, you just zoom right through it. And when it comes to our Blasting Stones, very simple. We use Intuit, which is the main set for the battlefield time. You want to make sure you have 200 intelligence when it comes to your Jinwoo stats. Right over here, we have 200 intelligence coming in. That is ideal, of course. Then when it comes to other ones, we have Sharp Perception, getting more crit in. We have Pulverize to ensure we get more break and more break damage too. It is beautiful. And we can either use this right here. We have Double-Edged Sword, or you can use Mana Rampage to get more attack coming in. They are both 16%, so it's up to you which one you want to use. If you're having mana issues, do not run Mana Rampage. It is not good with the Obsidian set, but the Double-Edged Sword is the way to go, giving you the bonus without the drawbacks, of course, of the mana usage. And then what else do we have here? Oh, when it comes to our defensive Blessing Stones, we use Life to ensure the Guardian set works, and aggressive defense as well, giving us more shields, ensuring we always get that effect applied, so keep that in mind. Those are the best Blessing Stones, the other two don't matter. And when it comes to your cores, there's only two cores that matter here. We have this one right here, giving us a 5% attack increase. The stats here do not matter, but the passives do. So this passive is perfect, and this one here as well, reducing our mana skill consumption by 12%, which is very, very juicy. But I think that's everything. That is the full build guide. Let's jump in and cover the battle itself. That way, you know exactly what to do when we use the Plum Sword and the Stormbringer, of course. Alright, so here's the first battle guide using a Stormbringer. If you want the Plum, it's the next battle forward. So you want to dash forward 1, 2, 3 times, then you want to turn back manually, use Liberation, all the mobs should die. You want to go forward, you can dash 2 times right here, then you want to go towards the middle right around this mark here. You want to use Isla, use Liberation, and you're done. You want to make sure the passives right here do apply. So these passives right here, to ensure your Demon King's daggers deal the most damage possible, you want to use that skill next. Demon King's daggers pop out, boom. The boss's HE bar does drop pretty fast. Then we use EKD again, boom. But you can see right here, we did not have enough damage. So what you want to do is use your QT. That's the reason why we use Ally right then. To ensure our QT does proc, we use Overshadow applies. We get more damage coming in, but the boss did not die. So you want to dash away from the move here, or else you will have your mana drained. Then we use Liberation one more time. It's perfectly fine and done. The boss is cleared. That is the least ideal scenario, but I want to show to you just so you know exactly what to do. I didn't want to show you a perfect RNG run because most of you don't have time to spam these runs over and over again. So now we have the ESIL battle. What you want to do is use your shadows right away, then use your Stormbringer to ensure the passive gets applied. So our shadows boom, then the Stormbringer comes out and we use it right here. You want to see a passive being applied, so it is applied now. What you want to do next is use Shadow Step and use Kim. You can use Kim first because he pretty much auto aims, which is perfect. So we use Kim, we get the heavy ray coming in, we use Shadow Step, then we use the arm break skill. This skill right here, we use it. The break bar goes down. Now because we have the Stormbringer, we do not have to dash. We can just stand there and chill out, trust me. Now I do want to clarify when it comes to timing, you want to use Godo's support skill after you use the arm break skill because Godo's break applies very fast, and you want to use the Thunderstorm skill to ensure you get a lot of bonus damage coming in once the target is broken, and that way when we use Liberation, you can reset your Thunderstorm yet again. Watch very carefully. So we use the arm break skill, then we use Godo support skill, then we immediately use, yes you guessed it, the Thunderstorm QT. Watch, we use Godo, Thunderstorm, very simple. The target is broken here, then all our damage comes in 88%, all the way down to 36. Then we use Liberation to reset that skill again. Our Thunderstorm comes up yet again because Liberation does reset it, and boom, Thunderstorm again, and we are done. Very simple battle, very quick. If you have the damage, it's perfect, but if the mob does not die, you're pretty much forced to use your Demon King's daggers yet again, so keep that in mind. It'll pretty much slow down your run, but that's your next best option. Otherwise, you have nothing else to use, so that's pretty much the run there. Let me show you the Plum run just because this one's pretty good too, and the majority of players will be using the Plum sword. Alright, so when it comes to the battle guide, using Plum, very simple, same thing. You dash forward 1, 2, 3 times, you turn around manually, use the Liberation skill, all the mobs are cleared, you go next phase, you dash forward twice or once, up to you, whatever works. I do it 2 times, I turn around right over here manually, I use my Liberation, I use Isla to ensure our QT comes up, and to ensure we get the Burning Blessing and all the passives that come with Isla, you'll see right here. But what you want to do is, for sure, you want to dash before using the Demon King's daggers to ensure the amplifying draw applies. Very important to your damage. So you dash, use the Demon King's daggers next, then you want to dash again after using it. Watch very carefully, we dash, use it again to ensure all the damage comes in. Then you want to use Overshadow to ensure the mob dies. Very simple. That's why we use Isla to get the QT, but also the bonuses being applied. The timing is very important, otherwise the QT does not come up. But I do want to mention one thing. When it comes to phase number 2, if the boss does land a hit on you, your mana will be drained all the way down. So if that happens to you, the run is not lost. You can just start basic attacking to get your mana back up. Watch this. We're at 250 right here. I'm going to start basic attacking. Goes up. So keep that in mind. If you get hit, the run is not lost. Now, as the battle of ESIL does start, first thing you want to do is use your shadows. And in my case, because my mana did get drained, I'm going to use my basic attacks to ensure my mana goes back up. So I'm basic attacking here while I wait for ESIL to jump forward. Then the moment she jumps forward, I do want to use Kim, our Shadow Step, and our Arm Break skill. Very simple. Then once that skill does apply, we want to dash forward, then use Godo, then use Thunderstorm to ensure we get all that bonus damage coming in from the Thunderstorm once the target is in the break state, and to ensure we get the bonus damage coming from Plum. That's why we dash. So we use Thunderstorm, then we use Liberation here to reset that QT, then we want to dash afterwards to ensure again the Plum does boost our Thunderstorm. Watch this, we dash, Thunderstorm comes in, and the boss should die. If the boss does not die, use Liberation or use the Demon King's daggers if it's up to ensure you get more damage in, and you saw that. Very simple. Those are both the runs. Now what I'm going to do is, I guess, play the runs back at full speed. You can just watch it. And yeah, hope you enjoyed. If you did, drop your like. Make sure to subscribe. That way, I do know, of course, you want more guides like this. On that note, this is your Code King signing out. Here is the full battle.